So if we go here, it'll probably proc the mystery gift event. Yeah, look, there's a thing here. So, there are plenty of people in Pokemon who need help here in Lumiose. Like you. Maybe. Maybe seems interested in your Dion site. I mean, who wouldn't be, right? To be fair. Like, let's be real. Mimi must be sensing some kind of psychic energy. It can telepathically pick up thoughts and feelings and transmit them to another person. Using telepathy takes a lot out of Mimi, so I've asked it to hold back. But even so, sometimes it happens to pick up on something, like just now. I wonder what it's detecting. Maybe that Dion site you've got is imbued with some kind of strong emotion? Would it be? And he waddled away, waddle waddle. Speaking of Google AI, I admittedly find too much entertainment using the YouTube Ask feature to get insane questions. What's the YouTube Ask feature? Why don't we follow Mimi and see where it's headed, Floridance? Sure. Side mission EX1. Oh, it's EX because it was not something that was with the game at launch, I guess. I guess I had to hit A one more time to back out of there and stuff. Okay, sure. Changing your viewpoint while focusing. I now go there, it looks like. Running, 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 running. Don't know what you want, and I don't care. Time to run past all the beautiful, flat, textured buildings. Man, this game sure is gorgeous, isn't it? I just ran into a post. Bit of a lamp pole. Hey, look, an item. It does now belong to me. I think Mimi is picking up on something. Hold on a sec. Hi, Sedna? Sedna? Mimi and I are on a case right now, and we might need your help. Yeah, if you could let Eris and Nyx know too, that would be great. Who? What? Sorry about that. I was just checking in with some friends from back in the day. Are these characters from Pokemon X and Y that I don't remember? Back in the day? Yeah, you see, I run the bureau now, but it was started by a detective named Looker. Illusion of choice, that why it's called the Looker Bureau? Exactly. He was such a kind person and helped teach me so much. But it turned out he wasn't any ordinary private detective. He was an international police officer. So eventually, he had to go off and solve more cases somewhere else. Far away, probably. I took over for him as head of the bureau, and I'm doing my best to run things with the help of Mimi and those friends I just spoke to. Mimi has been particularly helpful. Its telepathy has helped solve so many cases. But like I said, it gets worn out if it uses those powers too much. Come on, Floridance, let's follow Mimi. YouTube has a feature where you can ask an AI questions about the video you're watching or ask questions the AI itself generates. And the AI often generates bizarre questions. You know, I'm on YouTube a lot, and I did not realize this was a thing, I'm gonna be honest with you. Would it say unhinged crazy shit about my videos? If I asked it a crazy question on one of my videos? What if I went to like one of my Pokemon Legends ZA videos and I asked it a question about like, would it be able to answer a question about like my team composition or something? Would it be that smart? I doubt it there. A particular highlight was on one of your Bloodborne videos, where the 3 questions it generated were, why was Final Fantasy VII's map difficult? Why does he hate gacha games? Why did Mickey lose his shirt? What is with that last one? The first 2 make sense as something that I probably would have discussed, like, during that part. Like, it was probably picking up things that I said during the video. But the third one, I don't understand at all. I really love that second one. Kingdom Hearts. Did we talk about Kingdom Hearts in that video? But like, did Mickey lose his shirt? Is there a reason why he lost his shirt? I love that one of the questions it generated is, why does he hate gacha games? If it asks that, does it lay out like an answer? Like, does it actually detail like my reasons for hating gacha games? What is it, Mimi? Wait, were you picking up on my own feelings? Oh my god. You know how during the last stream I was talking about how there was that one commenter that was like really pissed off at me that I made one joke about the Trump administration. I said, oh god, imagine if they saw the later parts where I actually ramble to no end about the current U.S. political system and everything going on down there. I wonder what an AI summary would say about my qualms with like current U.S. politics. I'm genuinely curious, because there's a couple of my Legends ZA videos where you could probably ask it that at that point. Where it's like, what are Acoustic Harmonia's views on U.S. politics and the Trump administration? I wonder what kind of summary it would spit out there. Yeah, using the transcript for the video to ask and answer the questions. Yeah, so what would it say about, like, my opinions on Trump or something or other? Because I'm genuinely curious. Is this Mimi's mystical power? Somehow you can hear Emma's thoughts in your head. Yeah, I couldn't tell until you said that. That's what happens when you don't have voice acting in your games. I watched a video recently, like just a couple days ago, that was posted in the Discord server that was titled something like, I couldn't finish Legends ZA. And it just talked about like the first few hours that the person who played it got up to, and then just like really thoroughly dissected it. And one of the things I got into was like difficulty of figuring out who the hell is speaking when you don't have voice acting, and you're relying purely on like body movements like that to try and figure out like who the hell is even talking, and just makes it so much more difficult to figure out what's going on. And it's like, huh, you know, this is something that I realized like in the back of my head, but never really thought about all that much, and it was really cool to have it like put into words. You know, I try to do that in my video essays as best I can, like put things into words that, you know, would be in the back of your mind but you wouldn't think about too much. But I don't think that that would have been at the forefront of my mind to that extent. So I actually quite enjoyed that video there. Well, it depends, because it uses everything you speak aloud, including things we type and you say aloud, and assumes you said it. Oh, so I mean, if someone else said something and I just read it out, it would make that assumption of me, because YouTube just assumes that, you know, I'm speaking my own words here and not reading off of a live stream chat. That is a that is a good point then. What's going on with Mimi? Is it hungry? I'm getting pretty hungry myself. Are you hungry? Oh yes, I was just thinking I could go for a little bite to eat. What? You what now? I assume this is a command that was meant to be run on like another chat there. For example, for the why does he hate gacha games question, it combined your general opinion of gacha with my specific opinions of gacha character design. Oh. Oh yes, I was just thinking we could go for a little bite to eat. Date opportunity? Thanks for looking out for me, Mimi. What do you say we make a little pit stop to refuel? Don't have to ask me twice. Oh, we've got another color change. Hold on. I would just be able to let these cutscenes play out if it had voice acting. Let's see here. Filament, unload. I might just reprint this later in a larger size. Maybe. I'll have to try it with like my actual glass and see what it's like. I came prepared. I already pulled out all the colors that I needed. Oh, this must have snapped at one point. This is not cleanly going through the side here, which means this could be tangled, which means it could be tugging for more filament, only for there to be like a tangle somewhere if this went underneath another strand. Let's hope that's not the case. It doesn't need that much green. But I'm gonna be listening close for a of the motors like pulling and not being able to get it. Like, it is extremely, extremely important that you don't let 3D printing filament get tangled for that very reason. There does exist a chance that it's tangled. Hopefully not. If it was just sitting there loosely, hopefully it'd find a way to like weave under the other line. Wow. No, whatever. Hold on. Can I like... Oh, I actually got it. Whenever I tell it to resume printing, it shoots out just a little glob of plastic. So I try to grab it like right as I hit resume printing, and I missed it this time. But I managed to grab it like after it was already stuck onto the thing, before it properly fused onto place and had been like drawn over with too much plastic. So that actually looked okay, I guess. But yeah. Maybe it's because they're silly gambling games. Yeah, that is why I made them. Well, that's probably the biggest reason why, but paraphrase at least. YouTube AI does sometimes bring up outside context, though. Like in one VOD from another streamer, I brought up the ant war as a tangent, and the AI did recommend videos and articles on the topic when I clicked what was the ant war. I don't know what the ant war is unless we're talking like Hunter x Hunter or something. That was delicious, wasn't it? We don't even get to see it? Now then, Mimi, how about you show us where you want to go? Come on, Floridans, let's follow. Naruto, run. Wait, she ran that way down this road, but then somehow got all the way over there, and I got a random tiny mushroom for some reason. I'm also just now realizing, when it comes to getting, like, funny profile photos like that, some of them are kind of reliant on where you're at in the story for the NPCs you need to be at particular places. I could potentially replace this photo with, like, the same kind of deal, but with Emma during this side quest, I'm realizing. If there's a, good place for it. Yeah, I just prox the cutscene when I get here. Because, like, you gotta realize that that same type of photo on Emma is probably just gonna be funnier. What's up, Mimi? What are you doing in front of that elevator? Marp. You want to go up, don't you? Also, is there a weird line kind of going down across Esper's face? I think we're close to finally unraveling the truth. We'll go first. See you up there, Floridans. Yeah, because we can't be moving at the same time. That's a bit too complex. Basically, dozens and dozens of ant species are in the middle of a world war. Kurzgesagt, I think I spelled that right, has a few videos on the topic. Okay. Maybe I've seen it at one point and forgotten. I really like Kurzgesagt. Really quite good channel there. Clear out! Wow, that sound effect was kind of loud. Boo-doo! Here. Ooh. Floridator. I have no idea if I'm full on these mega shards. I keep on thinking that's going to be the map button. It's on taking me several tries, so it's... Wait. Am I going the wrong way? I might just be going the wrong way here. Hold on. It's up there. Wait, so I have to bring it around town, it looks like. Whoops. Oh. So I think I probably just have to, like, do that. Okay, yeah, you just teleport over here. Yeah, and then we go around this way. On. We do this. We do this. We got a whole bunch of stuff. Maybe I'm at capacity. Who knows? Dang it, it keeps on taking me several tries to figure out what button is what. It wouldn't be key items, I don't think. Treasures, no. Other items. You can fill up pretty darn fast in this game. 264. Okay. Oh, it's done. Okay. Also, the YouTube AI cannot recognize proper nouns, which leads to questions that don't make sense until you click them and you're like, oh, they spelled the name wrong. Yeah, I imagine it probably isn't too smart yet here. Here, let me go into my printer stuff and then tell it to stay warm here. Let's see how the foxhound turned out. Let's see. It does look kind of cool, but it is kind of small. I probably should have printed it a little larger. It looks like this. So Metal Gear Solid 1 here, at least, intensifies. Yeah, looks kind of cool, right? I don't know. But it is a little small. So I take my glass just on the counter here. Yeah, the width of the glass, or the diameter of the glass, is bigger than this. I gotta print a bigger one. This is a little small. Oh well, I can do a bigger one later on my own time, but hey, you know, it's kind of cool. I'm cool being able to do like the multiple colors like that with just the color changes along the way with a single color printer. So kind of neat, the stuff that you can do. Let's print the alert one now. The alert one I'm pretty sure is bigger. Yeah, just looking at the 3D printing software, it's bigger, so it should be a pretty good standard size. And this foxhound one I'll just redo sometime later. Is what I'll do. A little bit too small. Another great question I got earlier today was, why do the onyx sniff glue? I want to know where it got that from. I am quite intrigued now, I would say. I want to know. Why do the Onyx sniff glue anyway? Now you've got me invested. I want to know the answer to that question. Alright, let's see here. Start with the block again. Like this. Look at me. I'm chipping away at Pokémon Legends ZA while I figure out Christmas gifts live. Just make them on the fly. Alright, well. There we go. Now I tell it to print the alert thing. I've already given the printer the right file. Yeah, I'll configure a proper color change setup for this with a bigger size sometime later. Is what I'll do, methinks. I also recall once getting, why was it Lancer's fault? Which is what I feel every day when I wake up. Now I want to know the answer to that question too. Okay, everything's good to go over there. I really wanted him to just, I keep forgetting. Just fall off the roof. Look at me in 2025 or 2026, depending on when you're watching this. Misgendering. Unbelievable. I better get canceled. There's so much freaking mega stuff up here. Basically, the Onyx were a faction in the boat game the YouTuber was playing. And the YouTuber claimed they sniff glue because they're stupid. Whatever you are sensing is around here, right, Mimi? Rawr. She's floating slightly, but there's so many mega crystals here. Too many. It's not normal. I mean, I wouldn't think that weird rocks growing on any building is normal per se, but I don't know. This is France. Weird shit goes on, I guess. Carbink. Whoa! No way! And what's that other Pokemon? Maybe it's related to your Megastone somehow. Not gonna ask me where I got it. God, because I'm connected to the internet. The only way to find out whether it's connected to your Megastone is to catch it. Yeah. That's what we better do there. The YouTube auto-generated question. Why would the next YouTube auto-generated question? Why was the streamer canceled? Amazing. Oh my god. This actually does, like, set me up. I could get a new ass shot, like, right here, right now. Where I don't have to worry about, like, some bag being in the way, like with Tawny. Like, I could potentially get a funnier photo. Will Juby to pick up? Not particularly. Hopefully it's not in the middle of the print bed or something. I might just be able to, what's the background there look like? That's mountains. This way is just that. I don't know, it might not be as interesting. I don't know, maybe this way. Hold on, I might try to get it. Maybe. Because this is prime time opportunity. Change photo. Want to retake your ZA Royale profile photo. So essentially, how I did this was the looking down, and then the I think it's that one, and then the look at Rotom. I think it's that, and then you go like this. Is what you do, and then whoops. Oh, that Mega Shard is screwing me up, isn't it? I think. Wait, but the frame is like that little... Whoops, what have I done? What are the filters? Fisheye lens. The hell's a fisheye lens? The ass in focus and a blur in the background. Oh my god, I might just have to do the blur. Oh my god, I might just have to do that. Hold on. Hold on a hot second. No. Hold on. Zoom out a little more. Maybe down a little more. We need... I wish I could see a side-by-side comparison. My one before is pretty funny, too. Damn it, that one Mega Shard is screwing me up here. I know what a fisheye lens is because the music video for Power Trip by Monster Magnet uses one. The what now? Here, get this on the way. It's screwing my camera angles. Here, clean it all up while I'm here. Whatever. It's not getting in the shot anyway, so may as well just get it out of here. Oh, I got my Mega Juice charged up from doing that. Just for experimentation's sake, let's say I were to be this way. I still don't really know what it means, but oh, I've only got so much time here. I guess unless I like reset it back today. Like, hold on. That, and then yeah, that one there, and then you do the Look at Rotom is a band and Power Trip is a song. Okay, that makes more sense now. I would need to be peeking around a little bit more. I think just the sky background looks better than this. I think that's a little ugly, quite frankly. Go on back here. Wait, can you be like in the background or something? That could be kind of funny, actually. I don't know how much control I have over your positioning. Hold on. Let's say I'm here. Dang it, I keep getting the wrong menu button first. Change photo. Hold on. Hold on just a hot second. Yeah, you're just kind of there. That, shocked, Look at Rotom is what you do. And my Floridator can be back there too. Can be in the shot. I want the blur. Oh, you could... I didn't even realize you could do that. There's no good way I get Floridator in here, do I? Like, just for reference sake. Yeah, there's no good way I do it, huh? Honestly, I think sunset is funnier because it's like there's a beautiful sunset and you're too busy focusing on Emma's booty cheeks. That is a good point. Is it kind of funny if there's an alligator in the background? Or if there's, like, an actual sunset? Because I am thinking about moving Floridator, like, real close here. And then you just have, like, the tactical alligator in the background. But actually having the sunset back there, you might be right. You might just be right here. Is this a good kind of position? It's gotta be perfect, man. It's so hard to do, like, micro movements. Stick here. Maybe, I don't know. Look, I actually hit the right button that time. Hold on. Take new photo. And then the trick is that. And then blur. And then we're gonna move to here. This is what most of this event is gonna be. I'm meant to be showcasing the Deontay event, and this is what most of this video is gonna be. And I can get an angle like that. I mean, alligator in the background is also funny because it's like, no, the $1 Million Bakery is way more important. The $1 Million Bakery? Because you can't get all that much of the sunset this way. Like, unless I go like this or something. But I don't think that's quite as good. Like, you don't have that much of, like, the figure kind of leaning around look that comes with this, you know? I wish I could see the two side by side, because I got the angle, like, perfectly on that last one. Move down a little more. I mean, that is pretty good, you do have to admit. That is pretty funny. I feel like I got the angle better on the last one. Like it really looks like my character's leaning around a lot better on that one. Like, I nailed it there. Maybe rather than just horizontally like that, maybe I'm a little bit of an angle like this even. Or is that going to be too far in? Is the question. It was a while back that I took that one there. Hold on. I think it's that one that I do. I guess there's that too. I think this is funnier though. My need to constantly one-up my own euphemisms has finally been my downfall. Hold on, blur. The blur is kind of funny. And then if we're zoomed in here like this. That is pretty good. I kind of... Hold on. Without the blur. Out of curiosity. I don't know. Maybe I actually like without the blur. I might actually prefer it without. I mean, maybe with the blur, it looks like it was a photo captured, like, in a brief, like, head swivel around. To be fair. Maybe a little bit more zoomed out. These kinds of profile photos really crack me up. Like, that's the whole reason for taking them. They're so funny. I don't know. Blur or no blur? Kind of like the detail that comes with no blur. But, really wish you could do, like, side-by-side comparison. Because I can never retake that Tawny one, is also the case. Considering it's a, you know, a position where you need to be for story purposes there. It was right before our Rogue Mega Evolution battle. Whoops. What have I done? It's gonna compare to the blur. If only we could get a shot that's just this, but it's the meme format of the guy checking out the girl. His girlfriend is mad at him. I wonder if there'd be... There's no free play in this game with multiplayer like Scarlet and Violet. If there was, and you could take photos with, like, other people with the game. Now, speaking of other people with the game, I was gonna, like, use this stream as my opportunity to showcase the Switch 1 version. I completely forgot. Then you could just make, like, whatever photo. And it would be, real good there. I don't know. I can't decide on, like, blur or blurless. Film rail, toy camera, monochrome, sepia. To get Meloetta and stuff there. Retro. Vivid. Maybe even just something like vivid. No, Dreamy's pretty ugly, man. I say blurless. How about vivid? You got quite the colors on vivid. What? You can... You can make the other people around you emote too? I didn't know that. Hold on. Hold on a hot second. This might change things. Oh my god. Hold on. This might change things. How the hell do I... The potential for comedy just spiked tenfold. Is that the best one, maybe? Hold on. I don't know if that cropping gets much better, honestly. Like, perfectly getting both faces in. That is pretty good. I can't believe I never realized you can make the characters emote too. I can actually pull my character back a little bit farther now. I'm realizing. Okay, it looks like time freezes while it's going on. Now if I'm doing that, I can pull my character back a bit farther. Because you're right, the potential for comedy did spike. Hold on. We've got a more proper setup now. Hold on, this. And then like the... The zoom in is like this. Nope. Just to preview really quickly. That's not half bad. I'm gonna be honest. That's really not half bad. My god. There's the rank there that cuts off part of the hat. Maybe I turn it slightly more. That is pretty good. Can I turn my character a little bit more, like, this way towards the camera? I wonder. Like, if I can better get an angle, like, back a little bit, and then... Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if that's the one, but, like... God, this is gonna turn into the entire, like, Deontay event part, isn't it? Hold on. Then you do this. My hair's kind of clipping through there. No, now doesn't look right anymore. Oh, dang, I should have taken the one that I had before. No, this one doesn't work. I do think I do kind of need to be straight on here, as a case. I like the idea that you do a cool pose for the camera with her, but you get distracted by her ass, so when the camera goes off, she's doing the cool guy pose, and you've been caught staring in 1080p, because Pokemon games can't get to 4K yet. Yeah, something like that. But, I mean, there's a way to have you look at, like, Rotom camera. I don't know if there's a way to, you know, I can have my character be turned around and, you know, or, like, literally facing a direction and looking like that. But no, like, looking like that or anything. If there was, like, that would easily be the kind of profile picture that I would go for. But I don't think that there's a way to do that. I don't know. People get pretty creative with what they do with this. There. Yeah. So I have to be facing that way for, like, the perfect lean around. Okay. I think I might just have to take what I can get at this point. Because that does look like leaning around. It is a little bit finicky to get at times. Maybe with the hand as tucked in as possible there. Maybe. I don't know, what are her facial expressions? Oh, there's that, but I don't know about that. Maybe... What is funnier? Like, the stunned, like, kind of more realization, or the... Whoops. Or the happy because something else is going on and doesn't realize that Floridance is looking around the back. Like, I don't know. Because it does make it seem like something else is going on. Like, over in the direction that she's looking. Meanwhile, meanwhile, that's going on.
Nice shot.
Yeah, it really do be, isn't it? I'll take that as my indication that, Okay. We finally changed the profile picture just before the DLC there. I don't know, can I tuck in the camera a little farther? At least we have this. I have this to fall back on in case I can't find another good shot. But at least I'm set up with, like, the same position. Hold on. Whoops. I just want to see if I can pull the camera more this way. I'm just kind of curious. Because then that's, like, really leaning around, you know? Maybe more over this way, because there's, like, the whole rank in the bottom corner there. How much around can I lean? I really wish I could compare side by side. And this is actually a really good example of, like, the sunset that was mentioned before, of, like, the whole sunset in the background, but there's other distractions. That one might be good, actually. That might be pretty solid, honestly. Solving the mystery of Deontay? Nah, I gotta stare at Emma's cheeks for a long time. Yeah, there's priorities. Because I feel like this better encapsulates, like, the lean around. Like, you barely see any of my player character's body in, like, in this photo anymore. So it's really like truly looking around the corner at this point. I'm choosing this one here. I don't know, maybe the last one was better, but I don't know. I'm gonna be here second guessing myself all day if I keep on going for it. We've got like the nice mountain background and showing that like there's scenery in the background here. There's a sunset going on, but there's other priorities as my character's like peeking around the corner while I'm just looking at something completely different. This is what I think is the way to go. Anyway, what do you think? The only way to find out whether it's connected to your Megastone is to catch it. Oh, is it now? I'm picking up what you're putting down.